Hello beautiful people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam. If you are new but new or old, thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out. I tried to close my blinds partly just so it wouldn't be as overbearing, it wouldn't be super backlit, so I hope this works. I hope this is good. I have some free time. I'm like, hey, let's repot some of these plants that are like screaming at me every time I walk past them. Please help me. So I have my Booby Cactus here. She hasn't really been giving me many signs that she needs uppotted, but she's been in here since I got her, and I can definitely see that the pot is full of roots. So, and also her growth has kind of slowed down, which it is winter, granted, but you can see her growth has gotten a lot slimmer. She's still growing, but I would really like her to get thick, like her bottom portion, if you know what I mean. I think I'm gonna put her in terracotta. I have these Hoyas that are all types and kinds of crinkly. They are so mad at me. I have a Chelsea down here as well. I have a lot of stuff, but this is just what I have. Oh, I have my jade plant. She as well desperately needs a repot. And then I also have my pink princesses that I'm going to pot up together. And I'm thinking that I'm going to put them in this ceramic purple ombre style planter that I got off Etsy a while back. I have several new planters. It's just all about finding the right size for the plants that I have today. So this is my Indonesia pink princess that I got from Aroid Market. And this is one of, there's actually two little plantlets in here that I got in a plant swap last year. So they're both actively growing and doing well. So I'm going to do these guys first. I'm going to pot these up first just to get them together and kind of, you know, free up a spot basically, because I don't need them both in two different pots. They're pretty small as is. And I am going to go ahead and put both of these back into moss. This girl, she has really rooted up pretty well. I mean, the whole moss ball is covered in roots, so I could honestly put her in soil, but this one not so much. I mean, it has some roots. I could pot it up, but I think I'm going to leave them both in moss until the spring just because they've both been doing so well, and I really don't want to disrupt their roots too much by picking all of this moss off, so I'm going to avoid that if I can. I have some moss here as well as my soil, many different size pots. I'm going to try very hard not to make a mess today, but nothing is guaranteed. Okay, so I'm not going to disrupt this root ball whatsoever. I'm just going to plop it straight down in the moss. This is like the perfect fit for both of these, honestly. If this one's root system was any bigger, this pot would actually probably be too small, but I think this is a nice size to go up. The goal for 2022 is to grow happier, healthier, bigger, thicker houseplants, right? That's my goal. I really want to just get my collection happy again. That's it. I want to focus on growing them big and beautiful, and I don't want to chop them up to do purges and trades and such nearly as much as I have the past couple of years. That's why a lot of my plants are smaller, is either from root rot or doing trades and purges, selling their cuttings. Okay, that's perfect. I've been waiting. I had my philodendron pastizanum. She's in a little plastic nursery pot setting down in this planter, and it looked really nice. It did. I'm thinking about ordering a couple more of these. I really like the ombre colors that are going on here. Of course it's purple. Of course I love it. It's my favorite color. But I wasn't too sure about putting the pink princesses in a purple pot. Like, I feel like they would look nice in like I don't know, even a white planter. But anyways, I love this pot and I love these little plants. That's nice. I like it. What else? I gotta put them back in the grow tent. Let's go ahead and tackle these Hoya. I've done Q&A repots in the past, and those are really fun. Just like sharing more about myself so y'all can get to know me a little better. I do have a few newer folks here, so I usually ask the questions on YouTube and Instagram, and I just don't get a ton of questions, or a lot of them are kind of the same question. I put in here. This is cute. This is one of the first pots I got from TJ Maxx about 3 years ago, and I've never found one like it since, but I love the tribal design. And you can see it's very much aged, so it's not as cute as it once was, but I still like it. Should I put the jade in here? I think I'm gonna put the jade in this one. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna put the old soil just because it's really, really old and there's absolutely no chance that there's any nutrients left in any of the soil. You know, if it's good soil and the plant hasn't been potted in it super long and I haven't had like any pest outbreaks with that plant in particular, then I'll keep the soil and put it back in my soil bin and reuse it, or just pour it back in the plant it came out of and add some fresh to it. But looks like there's little babies. Oh, you guys, that's so cute. For as like much as this plant has been neglected, there's a couple little baby jade plants popping up around that one stem there. That's hella cool. I love that. Thank you. Okay. I have to tell y'all, I really just have been a bit much, but I've been ridiculously excited about like just what we just did in the last video. Redoing my plant room and bedroom plant transformation. Granted, the what was my plant room, which is actually a dining room, there's not much to see in there. It's just my grow tent, so it's not the cutest thing to see, you know, when you're cooking or in the kitchen doing whatever. But that's like my only complaint about these grow tents, is they're not that cute. They're not aesthetically pleasing at all, but our plants love them. When we buy a house, I will then have the space, like a room to put the grow tent where it's not, it doesn't have to be part of my main room decor, okay? That's what it comes down to. It's not something I want to see in the main rooms of my house. You know, it's helping my plants through winter right now, especially my more dramatic ones or humidity loving plants, so I'm thankful to have it. But my bedroom is like, it's my castle, my safe space, my comfort space. It's my domain. And so I want to make my bedroom, like my kids have taken over every other room in this house. So this is the one room which they still come in, but I don't allow toys in my bedroom. I don't allow them to come in here with food or making messes, which they're not supposed to do in any of the rooms. They're not supposed to eat in any of the rooms but at their table. But you know what I mean. So anyways, point is, I just want to make it as comfortable and welcoming and pretty. Like, I want to put as much of myself into it. Like, I want to visually express myself in my bedroom, if that makes sense. Here's the jade. I think that's nice, and it was actually the perfect size to up her to, so I'm happy with that. Next up is this Hoya Hindu rope, who's in desperate need, okay? I might have to get another pot, but I think I'm gonna put her in plastic, because why not? And then I can set it down in something, I guess. I don't know, guys. In our last apartment, place we came from before we moved here, we had a baby, and then we unexpectedly had another baby, and it was just so tiny for a family of 5. It was ridiculous. We were barely surviving over there, okay? We were struggling. It was a nice apartment. If y'all been here a while, then you remember it. But basically our girls, our babies, which are 15 months apart, took over Jay and I's bedroom. So we were sleeping on the couch. Or we would bring our mattress into the living room and sleep on the floor. But I haven't had my own space to do with what I want, like my own bedroom, you know, in so long. So it makes me so happy. Like, I swear to goodness, y'all, it is the littlest things for me that just make such a difference in my mental well-being and just my overall mood. Like, I don't know, I'm just grateful for the smallest shit, but that's not a bad thing, so I'll take it. Okay, Hindu rope, meh, these pots are really ugly. Moving along. This is the Hoya Chelsea right here. This is off one of my friend's mother plants. We did a swap. This was like me and Sarah's very first swap, I think. This spring will make 2 years ago, I guess, or this summer maybe. I've had it, I guess, 1.5 years. It has grown. This is a new leaf here, but it's just been very, very slow. But I did notice that there is another stem coming off of this one, the same as my Hindu rope. So that'll be a new vine. I just need to get them in bigger pots and get them happy so they can do their thing. Anyways, so we are currently repotting Hoya Chelsea, and I ran and grabbed a few more pots. She was in a really small planter. She was in this size, okay? And Hoyas have really thin, delicate root systems. They're like really small and dainty. So this is actually a good bit of roots for a Hoya. This pot was full. Yeah, just throwing that in there. But I'm gonna put her back into a terracotta 4-inch. Y'all, when I tell you I have unlimited 4 and 6-inch terracotta pots, oh my lord, I'm not joking. So we've been doing all this rearranging and such, and I finally went through because I had pots piled up in my bedroom. I took that silver stand down that used to be in this window, and I had the whole bottom shelf lined with pots. Well, actually I had a big basket filled with pots on the bottom shelf is what it was. But I had some in the laundry room, up in a little cubby in there, a little spare cubby. And then I have an entire cabinet dedicated to pots and plant materials. And it was completely full as well and a complete mess. So I finally went through and I got rid of pots that I no longer want, or ones that were broken or cracked, or just like that I was completely sick of looking at. I put on my plastic pots with plastic, ceramic with ceramic, terracotta with terracotta, and so on. And then I was able to fit almost all of them in the one single cabinet that I initially dedicated to my pots. So that helped out so much, but I just really realized how many terracotta pots your girl truly has. It's good because I'm not gonna have to buy terracotta for a very long time, but
it's excessive.
So maybe her yellowing, see her chlorotic leaves, I mean they're not super bad, but they're getting there. Maybe she'll straighten up and be happy now. I'm hoping. I hope I didn't wait too long for these Hoya, y'all. I'm a little bit scared. Excuse me. Okay. My husband always asks me, why do I sneeze so aggressively? I'm just like, I can't help it. It just comes out. Like, if I try sometimes, especially if I'm like out in public, whenever I have to sneeze, to like do like a cute little sneeze, you know, a girly sneeze, and like hold it in, and it's not satisfying. Does that make sense? Like, it's not satisfying, you know? It's just satisfying when you sneeze. I don't know what it is, but it is. And if I hold back my aggressiveness mid sneeze, I'm not satisfied. It's a horrible, horrible experience. So anyways, oh wait, I kind of wanted to put my Booby Cactus in this. Shoot, y'all. All right, Hoya Chelsea is going in this. Hopefully it's not too big. Is that too big? No, I don't think so. It is ceramic though, so it's a little bit sketch, but I think it'll be all right. Anyways, what was I even talking about? Because now I've lost my train of thought, and I have no idea what I was talking about like 2 seconds ago. I'm sorry guys, I'm a mess. More exciting news. So Jason's gonna be starting a job. Like, it's the same company, but they move to different jobs once a year, sometimes more. And they're gonna be moving to a job location, a new job location that's like 15 minutes from our house. We don't know the exact timeline yet, but hopefully within the next month is what they're thinking. And when I tell you guys that I am so beyond excited, so beyond ecstatic that my husband's gonna be going to work and coming home every single day like a normal functioning human being, you know, like normal husbands. I am just so excited. I'm so stoked. That's gonna be a thing, and I feel like I'm really gonna have the opportunity to film a lot more and just be a lot more consistent, because that's my biggest issue right now with 3 kids and him working, you know, hours away especially. It's just like, it's difficult. It's really difficult, but I really enjoy doing it. And whenever I have plant chores to do or anything relating to plants, like, it's so peaceful and just therapeutic for me to just sit down, turn on my camera, and share it with you guys. So I'm excited to get to film more and just get to be more consistent, even if it's only for a few months. We don't know, it could be a few months, it could be a year. Something fun to come in 2022. Okay, easy enough. Oof, I love a good white pot. There's just something about a nice white ceramic planter, I don't know. That's very cute. Now maybe she'll reach her full potential. This could be a task. This big guy, Philodendron pedatum, large form. I've had him for, I don't even know how long, but this spring, I think this spring will make a year. And it was a cutting. It had lots of aerial roots, but it was a cutting. It had no soil roots. It's still in moss in this small pot, and I've definitely noticed a decline. It was growing pretty fast, putting out leaves pretty consistent, but it hasn't in quite a long time. So I suspect that he needs to come out of here, go in soil in a bigger planter. My issue is he's really down in here. Like, it feels like the pot is full of roots, and I have a difficult time. Like, it takes time for me to pick the moss off of a root ball this big and that's been in moss this long. That's gonna free up this cute pink planter though. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm trying, but oh no, please don't snap. So I don't like doing this on camera. I don't like removing plants from moss to pot up on camera because it always just takes so long, and I never know is the problem. I never know how long it's gonna take. Well, I mean, that wasn't terrible. It could have been worse. To get the moss off the roots. Look at that, you guys. There's just something about philodendron and sphagnum moss. There's just something about it. They go crazy for it, like berserk. I'll be right back. I gotta pick this moss off. It's gonna take up my entire foam storage if I sit here and do it on camera. So BRB. Okay, we're back. I did it, you guys. And look at all this moss. Yay, and look at that nice, beautiful root system. Yes, sir. Oh, he's just been vibing out in that bright pink pot for so long. It's gonna be hard to compete with that. This is cute, but I don't know. These are my two biggest, newest pots, so. Which one, you guys? This one? I think we're gonna do this one, honestly. It's pretty cute, right? Okay, let's do this one. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, honestly. And we had minimal root breakage. Now let's just hope the plant doesn't decline. Get pissed off at me for repotting or something. To fill my little soil bucket back up. I really like pink planters, you guys, if you can't tell. Pink and purple and blue, but especially pink and purple. I don't know. I like colors in general. I feel like my personality is very colorful. Pedatum, love you so much. Okay, let's do the Booby Cactus now, shall we? All right, so I was going to put her in this terracotta. She's in a ceramic, but it's very chunky. She's very root bound, and then I do have it topped with stone, which I need to get some more of these little pebbles because I really like to top my succulents and cacti with the little pebbles. It just looks so nice, I think. Should I put it in here? That would be really cute, actually. Or here. All right, let's just pull out my Booby Cactus and see what we're working with root-wise, and we'll make a decision from there. I also really love the Booby Cactus because you don't have to worry so much about getting jabbed and stabbed. There's not really any pokies. I mean, there are some really tiny ones, but they're sparse. It's in like the boobs, like where the nipples would be, okay? Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't know. But as long as you like grab in between the boobies, then you're okay. It's totally fine. Okay, I'm gonna dump this stone. I'm gonna try to save this stone to reuse for this plant, but I don't know how well that's gonna work. Let's see. Yeah, that's something I really wanna get is some more pumice and little gravel stones to put on top. I really like the white ones too. Maybe some white stone. This is the last one I think I'm gonna do today. So I think this video is gonna be long enough as is. Probably gonna have a little bit of a difficult time saving it. I'm ordering like a jump drive, like, I don't know, one with a lot of storage, until I can get a MacBook to put all my pictures and videos and stuff onto, so I can get them off my phone, because it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Okay, so this is the root ball. Nice little root ball for cacti. Granted, she's pretty large and in charge. It would fit nicely.
And this terracotta, I think. Looks pretty nice.
However, I feel like it needs a taller pot just to kind of support it, because it is top heavy, obviously, and that looks cute. That's a good fit. I'm doing this. Like, yes, it's ceramic, but it also just came from a ceramic planter, and this one, like the inside, there's like a ring about halfway down, and it couldn't, the root ball can't even expand further than that smallest circle, the smallest portion at the bottom of the pot. So this one is wide down through there. Okay, this is what we're doing. I rarely ever, I mean ever, water my Booby Cactus or any of my cacti or any of my plants sometimes. And she does really well with that. She seems to really like that. Now I definitely noticed if I go too long, just thinking she's good and doesn't need a water, that she'll start to wrinkle. She'll get dehydrated basically. And if it gets to the point where this plant is wrinkling, that means it's really thirsty, and it's gonna take, you have to be really cautious, because it's gonna take a while to rehydrate it, and you have to really stay on top of it while also being very careful not to overwater. So I try not to let that happen, but yeah, I hardly ever have to water it, and because it's so big and so thick and succulent that it stores a lot of water. But this should be about the same. It's a little bit larger, opened up in the pot, so that the roots can really expand and get out of just this small little circle down the bottom, which I don't even understand why that's there. It's so silly to me. It's the same size practically, but opened up. It's wider, so I shouldn't have any issues with watering. I'm just going to continue doing what I've always done, what I've been doing. All right, now I'm just going to pour this stone on top, I guess. I don't really have that much, but I'm gonna get some more and top this guy off along with some others, and then I'll also provide a little bit more support and give some stability. That looks insanely cute. Like, yes, 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 I love it. And the pot says, "I will survive." I can't take it. You're so cute. I think that's all we're gonna do for today. Like I said, this is just one big long repotting video talking about a whole lot of nothing. But if you tuned in and made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. Y'all are the real ones, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Be sure and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe, ding the bell if you wanna. Leave me a comment. I would love to chat down below this video. And other than that, I will see y'all again really, really soon in my next video. I love you guys. You're amazing. You're the best. You're the bomb.com. See you soon. Bye.